Hello, hello, hello. This is Tando from Cosmic Spark, and I'm back with another video. Now, this one is a message that Spirit specifically wanted to discuss, so I don't even know what the topic of it will be yet. You will see once it's up. I'm just going to start talking and we'll see what Spirit has to say. So, collective, you are coming across as someone who has worked very hard, someone who needs to be reminded that you've come so very far. We've got the Saturn symbol here and Saturn in Taurus. So, you have done a lot to work on your self-worth. You've done a lot to work on your money and your material wealth. You've done a lot of things that were intentional, that were planning ahead. Because you envisioned the life that you had. You knew where you wanted to go. And so Spirit wants to remind you that you have done everything that you needed to do. You don't need to work harder. You need to be reminded and you need to acknowledge yourself that you've already done a lot. And now it's time for harvest. Oh my God, that makes sense. We're in autumn now in the Southern Hemisphere, and autumn is typically a time for harvest. Well, I associate autumn with harvest because spring is when things are planted. So, yeah, autumn would be harvest. Anyway, that's the energy that it's giving. And it's also giving that while you were working so hard, you were being noticed. You might have been noticed by a particular person of interest. It could also just be your ancestors have been watching you, and now here they are going, girl, we've been watching. If anyone knows the amount of hard work that you've done to get to this place, it's us. And it is our turn to show you what we can do for you and to show you that we love you, that we trust you, that you've come. So you've done basically, you've met us halfway. So now you sit back and you let us show you what we can do for you. It's giving that energy as well. So I've pulled you on the left, an energy on the right, and the energy in between. So you are coming across as fiery, ambitious, no holds barred. You want something, you go get it. You don't have any excuses. You don't sit around going, yeah, but my father and my mother. You just see a thing and you go get it. You don't talk about it. Like, you're not sitting here trying to convince people that you need to do something. You take care of business, okay? It's giving Aries Sun sort of energy, bold, brash, ambitious, go-getting, like, we're not sitting around faffing. We're going and getting it done. You're also very cunning, very intelligent, and that cunning energy is what's gotten you so far. Because here you are, the Seven of Pentacles in the normal tarot deck, and this is in my little tarot. So yeah, you're very intelligent, you're very cunning, you know what you're doing. You would be a hard person for someone to manipulate. You would be a hard person for someone to try and take advantage of, because you're just an intelligent person. I don't know how else to put it. There is this energy of another person that has wanted to come into the reading, so we're going to explore that. This is someone who is intuitive. This is someone with psychic energy. This is someone who is outspoken. This is someone who's blunt, fair, charismatic. But this is someone who, it says, I hate that I love you. So is this an ex? We'll find out. The energy in between. I feel like this person on the right, this psychic energy, this person that hates that they love you, has been watching you for some time. I think, yes, I do still feel that your spiritual team are also feeling like, hey, we want to gift you something. And maybe this other person has something to do with the gift. But this person in particular has been watching you. I get the feeling that while they're outspoken, they are staying in the shadows at the moment. And it has something to do with this energy of like, I hate that I love you. Tea. But it says the energy in between you is the Ten of Pentacles. And this person thinks that you have bewitching eyes. And I have a feeling that if you already know them, or once you meet them, you will feel the exact same way. It's giving mirror. It's giving twin, you know? I will do anything to make you mine. How exciting. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. I want to know more about this person. What shall I ask? Spirit, why is the Queen of Air, what is it that makes them hate that they love the collective? What is it? What is it about the Queen of Air that gives them this energy of not wanting to accept the clear attraction that they have for the collective? Okay, I think I need to pull some from this deck. Angels, ancestor, spirit. I'll take 2 clarifiers. Can we explore why this other person has misgivings about their own feelings for the collective? Okay, I'm going to take them all. I'm going to take them all so we can get the tea. Collective, I feel like this reading is as much for you as it is for me. So let's get into it. I will try and remain unbiased, and I'm only thinking about you, I promise. But after this reading, I will be digesting this information myself because I'm going to be like, okay, it's just mirroring some things. Okay, let's put that here for now and there for now. Why are they resisting? Why do they hate that they love you? Well, they've come through as the 7 of, I always reference this deck because it's written a little bit differently with the traditional Rider-Waite for those that only have that as a reference point. So they've come through as the 7 of Wands. Let me just cover that. And the 8 of Swords. Always when I look at that card, I feel like it's overwhelmed. And I still feel that in this case. Sometimes other things jump at me, sometimes some other download, but I still feel like this person is overwhelmed. What it is, so many cards jumped out, right? I'm selfish. Superman or hubby, divine counterpart. So you could be the feminine energy watching this, but if you're not, then just swap the roles and whatever works for you. Second chance approved / on the horizon. Ego in the way, and travel within or without. Okay. The way I'm taking this is this person is someone that might have been alone for a while, or someone that is currently really satisfied with where they are being alone, even if it hasn't been for a while. So whichever one works. But they've seen you, they've watched you. I'm getting they're actually obsessed with you and are obsessed with watching you, but they're not ready to let it be known. They're not ready to come right out and just all of this bravado, all of this, like this is their normal energy. I call it bravado, but this is their normal energy. It's almost like they're hiding behind themselves. It's like they've told themselves, in this era of my life, I'm going to be alone. I don't need no woman. I don't need no man. I've got everything that I need. I've worked so hard to get to this point. Like, look at all of these things. You know, these things are aligned for me at the moment. Things should be working out for me because I've put so much energy into cultivating having joy by myself. So the idea that just because I feel a little sexual attraction, just because I feel like this person is my divine counterpart, just because the bell is ringing and I can hear it, doesn't mean anything. I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to pretend it's not there. And it's like that's the energy that they're in. They've told themselves that they should be satisfied in the present moment with what they have. And so you are a direct conflict to the logical brain of theirs that has made this decision. Now, if we remember, they came through as the high priestess, or in my little deck, the mystic, the intuitive. I think they already know that you're the one. Like, I don't even think they have misgivings. I don't think they're sitting there going, am I attracted to her because she's the one, or am I attracted to her because it's just lust? I think they already know. I think they've had the dreams, they've had the premonitions, they've done all of that stuff. What's getting in their way is their own ego. So depending on you, you could be more evolved than they are in that respect. Maybe you've experienced enough ego deaths, or you're just old enough and mature enough. Maybe you're post Saturn return, whatever. But I haven't gotten any more into your energy, to be honest. But they are coming across as being more egoic, very much in their ego, and that is what is standing between you and your person. If you are wondering, if you know who your I asked my ancestors, and they're like, when we don't do that whole twin flame thing. But I do believe in soulmates and multiple soulmates, and soulmates for different reasons, platonic, familial, romantic, etc. So, but if you believe in twin flames and you know your twin, or you just believe in soulmates and you've met someone that you think is your soulmate, or you really truly believe intrinsically, or you haven't met someone, but maybe you're sensing this energy of something incoming, especially if you're an intuitive, you do kind of sense something is around the corner, something is pulling on your energy energetically. It's this person. But if you've wondered why it's not materializing, you're sitting there going like, fuck, like I've been waiting, like I spoke to my ancestors, or like it's felt like it's been around the corner, but it's been a few months now, like I don't understand what's going on. It's not you, it's them. They're still underdeveloped because they're letting their own ego get in the way. They are being selfish. I'm not going to lie to you about that, and people who are intuitive, people that are spiritual can be selfish. People that are spiritual can have the same problems as non-spiritual people. It doesn't make you necessarily more evolved in every way because you call yourself a spiritual person or an intuitive, right? They are being encouraged, and they are looking within to try and fix their own problem with their own ego, and with marrying up this knowing, this intuitive knowing, which is as real to me, and I think to any intuitive, as the logical brain. So they have this very real piece of information, and they have you, who they watch all the time, and they know the feelings that they get when they watch you is the same every time. They're like, yeah, this is my person. Like every time I watch her, every time I watch him, I'm like, I would do anything for you. Like if I really allowed myself, and I didn't think that I was perfectly fine and perfect in the present moment, I know that I would make you happy. I know that I could give you the world. I just don't want to. I don't want to, because I don't want to change the way things have been going, because there's this idea that right now this person has found strength in this identity that they've carved up in the present moment of singledom and like independence, and you're a direct conflict to that. I'm gonna even delve a little further, but it's like, yeah, you're in direct conflict to this idea of themselves that they've given themselves in this season of their life. I hate this for us. But a second chance is on the horizon. A second chance has been approved from the astral realms, okay? Your spirit guides have said, look, it's gonna happen anyway. This is your person. Sorry they're being a bit, we just gotta like wait it out. But yeah, a second chance is coming. If they have been in your life before and you've known them, even just like, doesn't have to be that deep, but it never went anywhere, just know that they will come around again. Even if you've had a history with them, same message. And yeah, I'm gonna ask Spirit if there's like, what can you do? Is there something that you're supposed to do? Angels, ancestor, spirit, what is my collective supposed to do with this information? Let's be for real. What are you supposed to do with this? Okay, take that one. Stay on guard when it comes to you and your interactions with this person until such a time as they've proven that they're willing and ready to come to the table and come correct. Because right now, all they're giving is a lot of secretive energy. You know, they are basically stalking you like a weirdo. Like, instead of just telling you, hey, I really like you, I see a future with you, I'm just going through some things and I just kind of want you to know so you know where I stand, and you know, so you don't do the thing that I think they actually fear, which is for you to be with someone else. Instead of like having it as a normal conversation, they're choosing to pretend like they don't have the feelings to you, to themselves, and then spending like nighttime on their laptop, on their phone. What's she doing? Let me have a look. You know, and it's just like, oh, that's so annoying. So, like, you continue to be the mature one, you continue to hold your ground and understand that you've done nothing wrong. It's them, and there's nothing else for you to do, really. Let me see if we get anything more useful from my deck. What can the collective do about this person? What can the collective do about this person who apparently I ache for you just came out? So this person is like, they are almost desperate. You wouldn't believe it if you met them because they are keeping cool, calm, and collected. It's crazy. Attraction, sexy, electric. This is how they feel when they look at you. This is how they feel when they interact with you. They're like, wow. If it's a man, he's like, this is a woman. If it's a woman, it's like, this is the man. Like, soft power, giving by receiving, jealousy, gratitude. Okay. Yeah, I feel like they're jealous because they're making up stories in their own head about what you're doing, because they're only watching your life from afar because they've chosen to stand outside of it. So they're looking in and finding reasons to be annoyed and jealous, and then like it being a cycle of them validating their own thoughts and feelings of like, well, this is why I shouldn't be in a relationship because, you know, I like this person and I bet you they are sleeping with people left, right, and center. And like, is that what I want? Is that what I want, to date and have to sit around and wondering who she's hanging out with and when? But it's like, you're already doing that though. Like, you're already doing that by yourself. This person makes me want to strangle them. Respectfully. Can you stop? And I feel like this is for you in particular, giving by receiving. I don't think there's anything more that you can do or give, but wait for them to come to you, wait for them to approach you, be in your feminine energy, even if you're a man and you're watching this, because if you're the subject of this reading, it's not on you, it's not your fault. Nothing has happened, there's nothing more that you can do, you just have to allow them. Because also with this jealousy card, I've written unevolved, and I don't think it's like they're unevolved, I think they are just, sometimes I look at like life and the problems that we're solving as like walls, right? Like a firewall, just like a wall. And like every time you do shadow work, every time you have like a dark night of the soul and you do some work, you know, to come out of that and to pull yourself out and then to kind of elevate, anything that you do as you evolve in life, I kind of see it as like you're smashing a wall and getting to the next one, right? So I kind of feel like, at least as to where you are and where this person is, I kind of feel like you guys are like this. And I feel like what would get them to meet you where you are at is to break that final wall. And that final wall is their ego and their idea that who they are in this moment and what they've defined as strength. I get the sense that this person really feels like now their personal strength and personal power comes from being alone, and that they would lose that. So this is probably a control freak, okay? They need to be told and reminded, and it's not your job to do it. It's not yours. It's their ancestors, it's their spiritual team, it's their higher self. They're already an intuitive, if you've been listening, okay? They should know the work and how to get there, so don't go out of your way. But it's like, yeah, they've decided that they would lose power somehow, that they would lose the efforts of this hard work that they've done over the years. And they don't want to go backwards, which is understandable. I feel the same way too. I just wish that this person didn't, they're focusing on the wrong things, you know? And I feel like you probably would relate to this. If they just came to you and were honest, you could help them talk it out, or at the very least be like, okay, I'm not going to blame myself. I'm not going to be like, you know, I'm the problem. I'm the reason I don't have a partner, or I'm the reason I'm not in love, or I'm the reason that whatever. But what can you do? You can't control people. All you can control is yourself. And that's why that card came through. I must have put it up. No, I didn't put it away. The Seven of Wands. Look at that defensive stance. You know, you have to protect yourself too, because while they're protecting themselves, they're only thinking of themselves. That's why they're not coming to you. If they were being considerate of you, they would have come to you and you could have talked out the issues. So you continue looking after yourself. I'm going to ask for a lovely little oracle message for us to end with, just because they're already here on my table. This is the Arcadia Oracle. I love this deck. I got this deck in my early 20s, and honestly, it's been in storage for like a couple of years, but we're back, baby. We're back. Okay. Angels, Ancestors, Spirit. What is something that we can, a positive note that we can end on for the collective who is dealing with all this love and attraction that just doesn't want to walk into their lives? Okay. Curses. I get from this card that you need to get yourself out of the programming that you are the reason why certain things don't pan out. You might have a bit of a victim mindset about that whenever something isn't going your way, it's because you have physically done something. It might not even be, I'm not saying victim mindset to be like, I'm going to blame you. It could be something that you gained from like being a child and being reprimanded for like little things. And so now you feel that whenever something goes wrong, it has to be you. So I'm not blaming you at all, but I am saying that at least while you're waiting for love to enter your life and for this person to show up, you know, if you also end up deeming that they are the one for you, you need to do some shadow work yourself on you being deserving of love, and that you can't control other people, and that when things go wrong, it's not always because you have actually done something to deserve that. Sometimes things just be. They just be. But I hope this has been comforting somewhat, so that you know where you stand and you're not confused. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like a reading, you can contact me at cosmicspark.blog. You can always message me on any of my socials, and I'll see you in the next video.